All right, you guys, so welcome back. Happy Sunday to you. And today's class, we're going to do something a little different, okay? I've actually got my pen and paper out. This is some much needed, very vital information that you all need to see. And a lot of it's about myself and my journey. And, you know, everybody that's tuning in to watch our epoxy, to watch bathrooms, to watch, you know, whatever you're tuning in for, I want to share with you our experience, and this might help while you're tuning in. So I really want you to get comfortable with that and knowing the person that's on this screen delivering a message, you know, to you all. So look, very, very good information. Let's get started here. Check it out. What I want to show you all today is this right here. Anybody showing you anything online, this is what they're able to do for you. It all stems back to their experience, their strength, and their hope. Okay, that makes a good individual who is showing other individuals things. This is the three things that you strive to offer those people. So run down this list with me here. Okay, number one, I was 16 years old, and this started my drug addiction. Okay. At 17 years old, I dropped out of high school. Okay. 18 years old, I got my CDL license, started my career in the garbage industry. 20 years old, I bought my first house. 21 years old, I lost my first house in foreclosure. 23 years old, I was homeless for an entire year. 24 years old, I was facing 10 years in prison. 25 years old, I was court-ordered to the Men's Healing Place in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. 27 years old, I became an alumni of the Men's Healing Place and graduated the program. 27 years old, I started the drug court program. 29 years old, I graduated drug court and I got my GED. 30 years old, still in the garbage industry. After working 12-hour shifts, I was learning how to paint, doing maintenance, learning tile, carpentry, flooring, bathrooms, showers, etc. Now, I'm learning these things by other people who are in this field already doing these things. Let me just point that out. 32 years old, I met my wife and Tom, which was her brother. Also, at 32 years old, we became subcontractors for a company called PureFirst Disaster Services. We dealt with fire, flood, mold, restoration. PureFirst had the USAA contract. Okay, so I live in Brandenburg, for anybody that don't know, Brandenburg, Kentucky, right by Fort Knox, and PureFirst was out of Louisville, Kentucky, so nobody really wanted to, in Louisville, come all the way to Brandenburg to do a claim when they could do one right in their backyard. So we became dependent on PureFirst to give us work down here, and they became depending on us receiving the work down here because there wasn't a whole lot of people in our area who was doing that. All right, that's 32 years old. Let's keep going. Okay, experience, strength, and hope. 32 to 36 years old. We spent those years learning, failing, succeeding and questioning everything that was in front of us. "36 years old, we went out on our own. No more safety net." And also the year that epoxy came into our lives, Tom and I. Hence, the Eric and Tom Show was born. 36 to 38 years old, we failed at epoxy. We lost over $100,000 in those failed attempts, not to mention our own time that we lost along those 2 years. 39 years old, we finally started having success in resin. Also that year, my wife and I separated because of differences we couldn't overcome. 41 years old, my wife and I reunited and became stronger than we had ever been. Also in that 41 years, my wife was diagnosed with cancer in 3 different places of the body: colon, lung, kidney. She is also a type 1 diabetic. 43 years old, so 2 years later, long 2-year journey of hospitals, doctors, medical treatment teams, sacrifice. She is now cancer-free. Now I'm going to flip the page here. I've still got about 3 minutes to go. I kid you not, I literally sit around writing books all the time just to think of how I want to present everything that it is I'm trying to get in front of you so that you all can learn and not have hard lessons in life that you have to go about by yourself. Okay, I have a 10-year-old son now. He's got his black belt in Taekwondo. I have a 17-year-old son that has a 5.3 GPA student, and he has $80,000 in grants to go to the University of Kentucky later this year. Tom and I have been #1 on Google for 5 years in a row here in Meade County, Kentucky, where we live. We have 5-star ratings and reviews across all of our social media platforms. We have over 12,000 fans across our platforms who we share our journey with to better help them in their journey. We have made and gave away over 30 epoxy projects in our career to people in our community, and to give confidence to people in our community. We have been sponsored by 2 different resin companies in our career to post a few videos that help others succeed. Tom and I grossed over $300,000 last year in our business. Now keep in mind, remember the story that I already told you. We have helped several people in our community learn resin so they can succeed in their journey and help others as well. Tom and I do classes for people to help them learn. The classes are completely nonprofit for Tom and I. We use our money for the classes to take the pressure off of those willing to come and learn. And lastly, we painted an entire school in our community so that the kids would have a nice place to learn in. We volunteered 4 of our weekends in our summer to complete before the school year started. And that's where I got to end you right now. Tune in for the next one.